morning, my beautiful people. This is just a really quick video to speak about something I've mentioned a few times in my video. Disclaimer, all credit goes towards Scott and his team. This was not something I've made up, but I just thought it would be really useful to share it because it's had quite an impact on me, particularly when I listened to it during the boot camp. And it's that sentence of a hip heart. So the H stands for humility, I stands for integrity, and the P stands for pureness. And just think about those words for a moment. We all need to be humble. We all need to come into humility every single day. Integrity is so important, so important, and pureness. Now, don't get me wrong, there isn't this magic formula, and within a few weeks, you're going to be like, I've got it down. This is something you will never achieve. Let's make that clear from the beginning. Jesus was the only perfect person to walk this earth, and we will never reach that standard. But it doesn't mean that we don't want to grow. It doesn't mean that we don't want to be more Christ-like, right? We want to be his example in this world today and to show people what being a Christian is. And so I thought it was really important that these three characteristics do represent the characteristics of Jesus. If you think of Jesus, you would think humility, integrity, and pureness. I mean, he had the real pureness, you know. We're just still trying to strive for it. But there were some points made and they became really poignant. I'm going to read to you one verse that was shared with us, and I think it just reminds us. And it was John 13:5. After that, he poureth water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded. Now, Jesus got on bended knee to wipe his disciples' feet, and we are no better than who we serve, right? And we serve Jesus Christ. And if he spent his time with people that were considered lowly and you know, not wanting to be with, and if when he was with his disciples, he was on his knee washing their feet, what are we doing? What does that say for us? The bended knee is what really struck me, because it's just that humbling position. Now, I know of bended knee. I used to do it when I attended another church when I was younger. And I did used to do it in my prayers, but I've got arthritis in both my knees. So I made the excuse, I can't get on my knees anymore. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. I've now incorporated into my routine the first thing in the morning when I'm praying is I get on my knees. I do remember a friend, and she once said to me, and I thought this was so lovely, she rolls out of bed and straight onto her knees to pray in the morning. And I thought, yeah, that's it. That's really good. So I now do get on my knees, but I just don't stay on my knees for all of my prayers, because I can sometimes pray for quite a while and that wouldn't do my knees any good. But I can give that first prayer to him when I'm thanking him, when I'm glorifying him, when it's all on him before I'm bringing the prayers that I need to intercess for. Why not be on my knees? And so that's been really humbling and moving and powerful. So yeah, maybe that's something you can think of. Do you get on your knees when you pray? Could you get on your knees when you pray? Maybe it's positioning. Where can you kneel so you've got something to lean on to make it comfortable? I kneeled at my husband's flat the other night, and it was so much more comfortable because he's got like this bed base that you can lean on. So yeah, it's just something to think about. Are you checking your hip heart? Are you getting up every morning and saying, am I being humble? Am I standing in integrity? And am I aiming and striving for that pureness that Jesus Christ has called us to be? So yeah, drop your comments. Let me know what you think about hip heart. Is it something you struggle with? Is it something you like, okay, yeah, no, I'm aware, I'm working on. None of us will have it, so there won't be a comment saying, I've got it down. It doesn't work like that. But we are here to pray and support each other, right? To share when we get these gems of information. And if you are struggling, if you are like, I'm not being humble, I'm not standing in integrity, drop me a comment, drop me a private message. I'll be happy to pray for you. That's what we're here for. Let's pray, let's support, and let's lift up our brothers and sisters. I pray you have a fruitful and blessed day. Let's keep going. Team Jesus.